Всем привет, это Свинтовит, и мы продолжаем проходить Инквизицию. А вот, кажется, это зараза, с которой мы сражались, наверное. Или, может, какое-то божество, ну, не знаю. Ну, по крайней мере, очень похоже. Так, а ты у нас кто? Ну, все же опыт за это получаем. Так, тут мы идем по основному квесту. Нужно обратиться к жрицам. Но тут присутствуют храмовники, якобы, которые должны защищать местных от нас, от Инквизиции, кого-то мы тут, не знаю, какие-то варвары-завоеватели. А тут у них роскошненько. Так, какая-то барышня. Прочесть мы тут ничего не можем. Что с барышней? Ладно. Ясно. Пока мы ничего не можем. Так, а вот то место, куда мы должны припереться были.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
Вот же тупая-то.
We came here in peace, simply to talk. And this is what you do. I implore you, let us sit down together to deal with the real threat.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Вот так вот. Ну, как тебе твои храмовнички? Нравятся?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement, raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet, you should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Чувак, ты, по-моему, не в себе.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition, independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition less than nothing.
По-моему,
Templars, Val
тут
Royale
замешан демон
is
гордыни.
unworthy of our protection. We march.
Потому что слишком он много о себе возомнил, этот напыщенный козел.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Так. Или мышка. Так.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Да.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Ну да. Так, а теперь купцы будут с нами разговаривать или по-прежнему?
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
Да, это правда.
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see.
Ну, если честно, я вот немножко сомневался, может... шпионка или...
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Стрела с посланием. Стоять, бояться где? Но это не она. Читаем на паузе. Что это у нас? А вот и стрела. Это было странно.
That was a change of affairs. You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Так, тут для нас ничего. Не, есть.
Why are the Templars suffering losses in the capital? Isn't this a stronghold?
The war is felt even here. Order must be restored to
А
end
теперь
it.
будешь торговать?
If they're suffering, maybe they'll be open to working with the Inquisition.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
Так, что же у тебя можно купить? Так. Для тебя бы было в самый раз, но... Так, опять чародея. Но опять же... Даже на 13 уровень. Нам пока это ни к чему. Купим. Так. Ладно, больше тут я ничего не вижу. Мы можем что-то продать? Мы можем. Что-то и продать. Так, пожалуй, все. Для чтения тут ничего нет. Так, куча выходов. Тут у нас еще торговая лавка.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Кто это у нас тут?
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Так, постойте. Я еще не собирался возвращаться, поскольку хочу еще тут посмотреть, что есть на этой локации интересного. Так, Посохи, посохи, посохи. Шлемы. Так, все ингредиенты. Ну так. Так, тут ничего нет. Ладно. Счастливо оставаться. Ладно, давайте поговорим с этим парнем.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
Так, ничего интересного нам, конечно, не сказал. Так, это переход куда-то на другую локацию. Так. Ну, тут еще есть торгаш. Чем торгуешь?
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal.
Так, всякие пояса, колечки. Всякая чушь. Так. Ладно, давайте. Тогда заглянем сюда. Странно.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Why not?
Окей. А это чья такая голова интересная? Читаем на паузе.
Of course not.
Так, еще нашли. Ладно, тут больше ничего нет вроде. Куда дальше мне тут? Не хотят пропускать. А это кто у нас? Городская стража? Good, good. Тут у нас кто? Так, стоять. Ясно.
Yes, thank you. What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Так, это нам ничего не дает. Что это у нас тут за лавка такая странная? Так, что мы у него можем приобрести? Всякого рода чертежи. Так, из этого ничего не продает. Так, ок. Боевой топор. Посох магистра. Вот бы еще характеристики этих вещей показывали. А то как-то непонятно, стоит тратить эти большие деньги на эти оружия. Или оно того не стоит, фиг его знает. Как тут понять? Так. Куда теперь нам направляться? Тут закрыто. Тут закрыто. Зря мы сюда поднялись. Спустимся. Взглянем на карту. Так. На втором этаже что-то есть. И на первом этаже что-то есть. Ну, давайте пойдем. Так, кстати, отметим это что-то на карте, чтобы лучше ориентироваться, куда нам топотать. То нас уже загоняли эти помощнички.
This victory must please you greatly, Sika Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Извините. Читаем на паузе. Так. И где это мы? О, порт, что ли? Красиво, да. Красиво. Ничего не скажешь. Прям Венеция какая-то. Но это, похоже, не то, что мы искали. Да, вот это красная тряпочка. Так, там какая-то книжка спрятана. Так. Вроде бы все здесь собрали. Теперь надо подниматься наверх. Там осталось последнее, что мы еще не собрали по этому квесту. Красных этих тряпок. Так. Так. Второй этаж. Наверное, надо... Так, куда-то где-то в эту сторону направляться. Наверное, сюда. Да, странно это все выглядит, ну ладно. Так, а вон наша последняя красная тряпочка. Ну, я надеюсь, что она последняя, потому что мне это немножко... уже надоело. Так, карта мира. Угу. Но сейчас по квесту нам нужно отправляться не туда. Нужно возвращаться. Здесь мы свои дела уже поделали. Пора уходить.
Return to Haven.
Так. Перемещаемся. Ну и идем прямым ходом на собрание, я думаю. Хотя по пути можно с Вариком еще перекинуться пару слов, наверное.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant.
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Ну, об этом я его спрашивать не буду.
No problem.
Так, может, с Лилианой еще стоит поболтать. Но ее здесь нет. Что у нас с заявками? Только одна. Но у нас нету этого материала. Так что отправляемся на собрание. Расскажем о наших заключениях и общении с церковью.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the Order somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Не знаю. Храмовники там что-то странное. Возможно, замешан какой-то демон. Уж слишком на это похоже. А может, лучше разобраться с магами. Но я не уверен. Они что те ведут себя очень странно и неразумно. Не знаю, что выбрать. Храмовники или маги? Маги или храмовники? Ну, не знаю. Храмовники мне, в принципе, никогда особо не нравились. Давайте магов.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Ну да.
There is one other matter.
Да-да.
Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Ладненько. Хорошо. Так, стоять. Что это у нас тут? Ты кто? Ну ты разговаривать будешь?
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Так.
What can your Bull's charges offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front, he pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
А вот и Железный берег. Окей. Ладненько, теперь можем отправиться на совет. Так, что у нас здесь? Так.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Так. Нет, отошлем тебя туда.
Let's see what we have.
Давай. Так, это у нас по основному квесту. Так. Что у нас в Орлеане есть? Так. Сейчас этим будет заниматься. Хорошо, отправляйся.
Let us begin.
Займись этим. Так, а мы... А у нас в Орлеане еще дела. В нескольких местах, прежде чем мы приступим вот этому к основному. Так что давайте вернемся на штормовой берег. Там нужно встретиться с этими наемничками, поболтать. Нельзя упускать такой шанс. Итак, отправляемся, собственно, к берегу. Так, у тебя есть о чем репортовать?
This might interest you, sir.
Давай.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Ладненько. Из заявок тут осталась только эта погремушка. Нет. Вот так вот. Так, стоять, бояться. Ну ладно, давай. Чтобы закончить, надо к ней обратиться. Так вот, топаешь, стоять. Стоять, красавица. Ну.
This might interest you, sir.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Ладненько. Корень лишним не будет. Еще один корень не будет лишним. Зелье мы это расходуем. Поэтому надо собирать. Так, там впереди враги. Ну и железный бык тут же ж. Так, добивай. Так. Так, кто еще тут остался в живых? О, вроде больше никого не. Еще жив. Гад. Все. А теперь все.
Chargers! Stand down! Krim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away.
Остряк.
I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy, and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition? I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Окей, давайте немножко изменим наш. Возьмем Варика, возьмем мага и БК. По крайней мере, надо распределить его умения. Так, тут наша задача выполнена. Так, ты у нас будешь... Так, у него еще ничего не развито, то есть будет двуручником у нас. Так что это... Возьмем вот это, усилим. Это что у нас? Так. Так, и так. Так. Так, и так. Вот так вот. Его прокачаем. Хорошо. Так. Теперь заглянем в инвентарь. И посмотрим, что мы можем ему предложить. Так, фигня. Так, это то, что он пользует. Так, к атаке бонус критического. Ну, вот это будет лучше. Еще немножко прокачаем, улучшим, и будет зашибись. Так, с оружием понятно. Теперь давайте посмотрим с доспехами. В реале он носит легкие. Поэтому можно что-то потяжелее ему дать. Ну, вот это, к примеру. Шлем. Шлемов для меня и для него у нас нет. Аксессуары. Так, это ему не пойдет. Вот это кольцо. И вот этот пояс можно ему вручить. Так, что у нас тут? Твое. Так. Так, переключимся на нашего. Нет. Так, товарика. Кровотечение. Так. Варик, вот твой амулет. Держи. Так. Ну, значит, все-таки тебе этот пояс пойдет. Ну, вроде все. Вооружили. Разместили. Так. Здесь точно все. Возьмем. Так. Да вроде все. Ну тогда давайте на карту мира. Так. И давайте еще кое-чем займемся, но для этого надо снова вернуться в убежище, чтобы оттуда отправиться. Надо поболтать.
Can I help you with anything?
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees.
I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
Do the Chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the chief goes wherever he can hit something.
We'll talk later.
Да, с этим поболтали. Давай с Бэком пообщаемся.
He's got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Canary learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
You sound like you want to head down there and give the troops some pointers.
Nah, I'm no good at command unless I know who my guys are sleeping with and what they like to drink. Inquisition's already too large for that. The Chargers are big enough for me. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Cassandra's been the driving force of this Inquisition. She's the leader in all but name.
Cassandra's a seeker. From what I gather, that's a bit like a Ben Hasra. She's a good hunter and a great fighter, but she doesn't see the big picture. Too busy searching for answers. My people don't pick leaders from the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most talented. We pick the ones willing to make the hard decisions, and live with the consequences. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fed.
Возможно.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could. Can I help you?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
Так, не, никаких любовных.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
The word Kunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Kunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
What about Kunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Kunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight, or kill you.
Да.
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers, or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
So the Qun decided what work you would do. You didn't get a choice.
I could have acted like I didn't like hitting things, I guess. But why would I do that? I was good at my work. I liked doing it. Far as I can tell, the Tamasrans made the right call.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Kunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages, look at Solus, all that wandering in the Fade. They'd at least kill him. Varric's tall tales would land him in a re-education prison, drugged until his mind broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
Ну,
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
вроде все спросил. Так, а вот и наш парень.
Have you seen the horses? Feels good to be back at work, Inquisition. And lucky you have me. In lesser hands, you'd be in trouble. Haven can't support the mounts you need, but I can.
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Haven is groaning under the weight. It wasn't built for this, but we'll make it serve.
Heard anything worth noting?
Too busy to hear things, and that's how I like it.
Ну, это, пожалуй, все.
Make her be with you.
Ага. Ладно, отправляемся на совет. Хотя, давайте поищем Кассандру. Она где-то должна быть здесь.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did. I just hope I can help. As do we all. It is enough that you would try. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse. I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it. Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
Так. Нет.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Так, с ним поговорили. Вот где Кассандру бываете. Ага, вот, появилась.
Surely you have better things to do.
That's enough for now.
As you wish.
С ней, видимо, больше разговоров. Разговаривать нечего. Разговаривать. Так. Ну, с Вариком мы недавно пытались пообщаться. Но у него ничего нового не прибавилось в диалогах. Поэтому давайте попробуем с магом. Может, у него что-то новое в диалогах появилось. Если нет, зайдем к алхимику.
What can I do for you?
We'll talk
Нет.
later.
Goodbye.
Так. Нельзя. Нельзя. Алериум. Тоже никак. Тут ничего нет. Гранаты. Нет, тоже недоступно.
If Cedric can get what I need, I'll pay the bastard myself.
Ладно, отправляемся на совет.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels
Thank you
the
for all
darkness
that you
upon
are
us.
doing to help.
Угу. Думаю, это дело еще не закончено. Нет, не закончили. А вот тут
My
закончили.
scouts are posted on the ridges in case there's any trouble.
Так. Что это у нас? Ну, значит, отложим. Так, спасите пропавших солдат. Давайте отправимся сюда. Тут мы еще не были. Давайте так. Так, Варик, бык и маг. Кассандра пусть отдыхает.
Thank you for coming. Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
I've survived demons. I think I can handle myself against some southern barbarians.
Yeah, you'd think. But they're a brawny bunch. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. Wait, you're not squeamish about undead, are you?
It doesn't matter. I'm not letting the Avar butcher the Inquisition's people.
I appreciate it. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the fallow mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
I've news, sir.
Ну, рапортуй.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Ну что ж, мы попали в очередные мрачные какие-то места. Прям зловещие мертвецы и богу. Ну ладно, давайте займемся здешними делами в следующей серии. Спасибо, что смотрели. С вами был Свинтовид. Подписывайтесь, комментируйте, ставьте лайки, дизлайки. Вступайте в группу ВКонтакте. Счастливо. Пока-пока-пока.